Good morning, Team Evolve. Big welcome to our Saturday training with Team Evolve here. My name is Peter No. I am your Senior Presidential Director with LifeWave. I have my beautiful co-host this morning. Her name is Dr. Stacy. You know her. She is our rock. She is our leader. And how are you doing this morning, Dr. Stacy?
I am doing fantastic, Peter. Thank you. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Florida, so excited to be here with you for a little bit of it.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it's already December the 9th? As we're going at this rate, this is our second Saturday of the month. So how many Saturdays do we have left, Dr. Stacy? Let's see.
Just a few.
3 more Saturdays. This is a
Mhm.
5 Saturday week. So to start off this call, first, I want to just say huge congratulations to all the brand new partners here today. If you are a brand new partner on our very first training or second or third training call, big kudos to you. You can say hello on our chat so we can give you a nice hello. Today's call, because we do only have 3 Saturdays left, and one of our first incentives for Cancun. Who wants to go to Cancun? Let me see who wants to go to Cancun first, okay? If you want to go to Cancun, if you want to earn a free trip, if you want to just go for it and hang out with LifeWave, today what we want to do is, number one, we just want to go over some of the stats of what's been happening in our organization. Number two, we're just going to go over a little bit over the structure of our comp plan and why it's so important. And then we're going to go segue with Dr. Stacy on how do you actually, we continue to, how are we going to hit these incentive trips? What do we have to do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis, and how to prepare this for your teams, okay? These incentive trips, again, we're going into the 20th year next year. Who's excited about the 20-year anniversary, actually, okay? Everyone, I mean, this is David Schmidt's. This is his lifetime of work that will be celebrated next year. He will be announcing tons of stuff, but we as a team, we know what will be happening. As we're growing so fast, the company's also growing so fast. So they are preparing us for the biggest momentum run in the history of LifeWave. If you have been here with us already for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, and some of us 1 year or even newer than that, you can feel, number one, you can feel the momentum that has been built up, okay? It's been built up. We can see the volume through Team Evolve now. So let me go through again some numbers for this week. As of today, through Marcy under Team Evolve, we are over 81,000 brand partners already, okay? Over 81,000. At this growth rate, everyone, we will be reaching the 100,000th brand partner mark probably by February, March, okay? At that time, we will do a special live Zoom for that 99,999th person. When that 100,000 person will come in, we will celebrate that together, and we will have hundreds and hundreds of people on that Zoom, and we will send that Zoom to David Schmidt to thank him for our 100,000th brand partner that has joined us. We are reaching now, as you're seeing, so many rank advancements, and probably next week or the week after, we will be doing a special rank advancements to close out our holiday, our December month. But as you can see, we are growing tremendously. We have developed another, I don't even know, Dr. Stacy, how many SPDs and PDs and EDs in the last 2 weeks?
Well, since last Saturday when you and I were on here, we went over that 100 mark of new So
Oh,
top
we did already?
PD, PD, and SPD, we went over 100. Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. So everyone on the chats, we have hit over 100 SPDs, PDs, and EDs. That is the 3 highest ranks for Team Evolve to have developed in less. We're only barely scratching our 4-year anniversary, okay? September will be our 5 years. So you can all see this. And again, we just mention this every week because we want you to know that every sleeve, okay, every X30, every sleeve that goes through our organization, every brand new partner, remember the lowest person, the person that is barely coming in on the last person on the leg, is going to experience and see and feel what we have done together for 4 years now. So as we go through this comp plan later a little bit, there's so many comp plan videos that Dr. Stacy and I have done. For the brand new person, if you haven't seen that, you can go to Telegram and get onto Dr. Stacy's and Peter's compensation plan. But Dr. Stacy, isn't it just amazing to see a binary being built out to the tens of thousands of members, but knowing that each one of us is supporting it through volume, and that volume is being built up constantly every day. So what does that mean in our community? What it really means that we're constantly seeing growth. Does everybody feel that and see that? To be in an organization where you're constantly seeing rank advancements, health stories, wealth stories, right? People saying, yes, I want the patch. Yes, I'll get on the podcast. Yes, I'll follow up. Yes, I want to get a silver pack. Does that make sense, everyone? It's these constant little yeses and yeses and yeses. But imagine in the thousands in our community, okay? Always remember, every day and every week, a whole week goes by. But can you imagine if you own a corporation or you own a company and 3,000 to 5,000 of your top salesperson are getting trained on a constant daily basis forever, for years and years and years? We've done this now for 4 years, but the information is always the same, but the growth is never stagnant. So I just want to give each one of you and whoever's watching this video a huge shout out for the future, because again, each one of you makes a difference in this organization. So I can't wait to the 100,000th brand partner, Dr. Stacy. I think David Schmidt is just going to have a blast watching that video coming down, and he'll probably be so proud of this team.
I think he's already pretty darn proud of us. I mean, we are definitely one of the fastest growing teams in the entire company, right? In the entire world. So that's pretty amazing to everyone. So shout out to all of you for all that you're doing and have been doing every day to make a difference in people's lives. So Peter, I want to talk a little bit about, wrapping this year up, literally wrapping it up, right, for Christmas, wrapping it up strong and, setting that, yeah, you like my little wrapping heart, setting that pace for what's coming in 2024. So, we just came off of the 2 largest weeks of sales in our company's history ever, right? The Black Friday promos, Cyber Monday, and Alavita promos were just through the roof, which obviously those of you that have been brand partners, you have, earning commissions, you saw that jump and that increase. And, Peter, for me, 2.5 years in this business, I've watched many promos the companies put out, and I watched there be spikes in our business during that time. And then I've also watched things stay very consistent to where they were before, after that holiday sales or whatever promo's over and go up, 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 up from there. So nothing ever drops. It's always been a consistent gain. We'll have these little promos that'll pop up a little bit higher, kind of give you honestly an expectation of what's to come in the near future. And then you'll go back to your level, right, where you were just right before that promo or maybe a little above it. And then you can see the trend back up again the 6 weeks after the promo. So what would you anticipate for the next coming 6 weeks? You would anticipate a steady climb and growth in your business, in your organization, in your income, in the number of lives of people that are going to be changed. And so I know it's holidays. I get it. Here in the United States, especially, around different parts of the country, people are celebrating different things right now. And what we want to focus on is being able to help you, give you some tips, some suggestions, some tools to be able to share your holiday cheer with the people that you're seeing this holiday, whether they are coworkers, whether they're family members, or maybe old friends or acquaintances. I'm getting ready to fly into Indiana this weekend. I haven't seen a lot of these people, but I created an event and I haven't seen a lot of these people in a lot of years, right? We see each other on Facebook all the time, but not in person. And so creating that type of opportunity as you're going about your days with your family and your friends and things like that over the next few weeks is going to be really important to what happens at the start of 2024 for you. Huge, right? So what you do every day really matters. And we have a simple system, 333. Just reach out to 3 people a day. So if you're traveling, wear your patch where someone can see it. You guys always see me put my patch right here. If you're going through the airport or train station or bus station, or you're driving and you stop and get gas or stop to get something to eat, have your patch where someone can see it. Just be prepared. You guys heard me talk about this at conference, right? And when you have your patch in a place where someone can see it, whether it's on the back of your hand or whether it's right here in the center of your chest, whatever, depending on what type of shirt you're wearing, of course, that's what's going to get those random, strange, new friends, new potential clients or business partners into your life. And it's also going to be able to let other people strike up a conversation with you in a very non-threatening way. They're going to ask you, what is that? What is that thing on your body? What is that doing, right? Everyone will ask that. People are curious. You want to be able to have that curiosity piqued as you're out and about. So when you're out with family, keep your patch present, keep it close by you. Make sure you have your envelopes in a little bag with you or in your purse or whatever you're carrying. Have these ready so that people that say, well, what is this? And you're like, oh, this is and you can rattle off whatever patch it is, right? This is the patch that keeps me young and youthful. This is the patch that's turning back my clock. This is the patch that's getting me well again. Whatever you want to say, a little baby sentence, not a dissertation. And then you can whip one of these out and you're like, well, I can give you some more information if you're interested. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They may ask you a question or two, but that's going to help you stay present and connected to not only your mission and purpose with helping people with LifeWave, but also to your growth and your goals. So I want to talk a little bit about these goals and the growth and what's happening right now, because we have windows of time in order to earn things in this company. And so I'm going to screen share. I want to make sure you guys understand that right now, the last couple of weeks, Black Friday promo emails kind of threw us in the spam folder because everything that goes out that says Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday special, whatever. So we've been getting a lot of our emails go into spam or junk. So please make sure you check your spam or junk email. But I am going to share this email that we just received with from corporate with you guys. And so if you did not see this yet, Vision, which was formerly known as Nova, is taking place on January 27th. And so this is where corporate and top leaders around the globe come together online and share with you the vision of 2024. David always has a huge segment in here where he's teaching and training about the product. So if you're someone that didn't get to make it to conference, or if you're someone that did, and of course you know the power of plugging in, make sure you get registered for this virtual event called Vision, which is January 27th. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about our qualification trip to Cancun. Peter and I are going to talk a little tiny bit, like he said, about the comp plan, but I want to make sure you understand there is a time crunch here. And when I do this, this means short, okay? A couple weeks left. If you're looking to promote in the way that we have always felt it's the best way to promote, and that is to the rank of senior director. So if you're interested in going to Cancun and you are not yet a senior director, you will be able to earn the trip right here. You see this part, new senior directors who reach this rank for the first time and maintain it 6 weeks during the qualification period. Well, guess what? 6 weeks means you have to hit this because the period ends the 4th. That means you have to hit senior director by Christmas Eve, December 24th, in order to give yourself 6 weeks to be able to maintain it. So make sure that if you're interested in going to Cancun, that you, and I'm going to screen share here in just a second, my other screen, so we can look at this. This is one of the ways that you can earn this trip. Now, if you're a director, you should absolutely get to senior director in the next 2 weeks, right? No problem. Just help your 2 managers go director. If you're already senior director or above, like myself and Peter and many others of you on here on the call, then we're going to earn this by points. And you can see right here the points. And again, this is in your email, so you can check your email. These are points that you can earn from enrollments. Then you can see rank advancement. So if you personally promote to manager, since October to now, you're going to get 2 points, directors 4, senior director 4, executive 6, presidential 6, and SPD is 8. Now, when you help people rank up, you will see the points that you will get for that as well too. So all of these ways to earn points, when you have 50, you have earned a trip for yourself. When you get 75 points, you have a trip for 2. Now, let me make sure you understand the timeline on this. For points, okay, earning points, you have until February 4th to earn your points. Okay, so just so you understand, October 2nd to February 4th, you can get your 50 points. If you want to take a friend, then you can get 75 points. But if you want to use the qualification of promoting to senior director, which automatically gets you a guest for free, all expense paid, then you need to hit senior director by the 24th of this month, because that will give you 6 weeks to maintain it. Do you see where it says right here, 6 weeks to maintain it during the qualification period? So it's not get senior director by February 4th and then have 6 weeks. We'll already be in Cancun, okay? So you've got to hit it the 24th and maintain it. And this way it gives you a guest for free, so you don't have to get extra points or anything like that. Flights are paid for, room, food, accommodations. These are all inclusive resorts. We have 2 resorts in Cancun side by side, all inclusive. So nothing will have to be paid for at all out of your pocket. So let's look at this real quick, Peter. Okay. Let's look at what it looks like to promote. So we all know manager, you're new. We're not going to go into this too much, but basically you've got your gold pack. You've signed up 2 silvers on your left and 2 silvers on your right. For me personally, this took me 2 hours. The reason why I went to a meeting, this was me by myself. I went to a meeting to listen to David Schmidt after listening to one of his videos, and I took a friend with me. And so myself, after this meeting, after I Zoomed with Marcy, watched Marcy and Peter's comp plan training, I signed up my husband in this spot. The girl I took with me to the meeting, I signed up over here. This spot here and this spot here came from 2 women that I was friends with back in Indiana that were very much into health and wellness. And I had already told them that I was going to a meeting about this new technology. And they said, well, if you think it's really great, then let us know. We want it also. And so they trusted me. They knew me. They knew that I was into, of course, all the things that I'm into. So that's how I went manager in 2 hours. Peter, what about you? How long did it take you to go manager, or who were your first 4 people? What did that look like?
I don't know, but the moment that I saw it work for me, Marcy gave me my 5 patches. I upgraded to my diamond pack, and that first 30 days, I just went dialing, Dr. Stacy. I just dialed, I called. I don't even remember when I hit manager, but I did remember I skipped directors, or I skipped senior director and executive director, because we're growing so fast at that time. So we just blew through the whole thing through volume. But I
What
know,
did you do? You said you were dialing. What do you mean? What'd you say? What did you do to get a hold of these people? Because people aren't going to understand how you just skip through ranks like that. So
oh,
what
okay.
do you mean? You were calling people? What were you saying to them? What did it look like?
So for me, again, I always teach this, because I've been in the industry for a while, so my network is a little different. But when I said I was dialing, I was literally calling every entrepreneur, every person in my network at that time that really was building, that were builders, that were in the gym already, people that I know that love health technology. And the first thing I was like, Dr. Stacy, what's up? How you doing? I found this amazing technology. What have you heard about stem cells? What have you heard about peptides? Have you heard about LifeWave? I just kept on asking all my friends. And at that time, remember, we didn't have a website. We didn't have a Start 333 Biz site. We had nothing. We had just a link to the light video. And that's all I sent was that 2-minute video out. And if you watched it, we were already peaking. And then if you watched it, we were already pre-qualifying. You called me back. At that time, I was giving away patches. The results were so fast, so demonstrable. People just called me back. And maybe I did hit it in a week or less, a couple of days, Dr. Stacy, because everyone was calling me back and they were just buying silver, golds, and diamonds at that time. And in my first 90 days, everyone, again, my results are different than others, but in the first 90 days, Dr. Stacy, we grew so fast, we never looked back. We never went down. Every 90 days, everyone, we just grew double, 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 double. Now, again, my results are different because I've been in the industry for a while. So have you, Dr. Stacy. But the excitement, how we called people, getting excited about discovering something so unique, so special. That was that moment that carried over through the phone. And through that, people just signed up. So manager is a really important rank, especially if you're new in the industry and you broke through, meaning that you've actually learned how to get to a manager rank. That is a huge, huge deal, right, Dr. Stacy?
Yes, it is. Manager is our foundation. And we always tell people once you get to manager, your whole focus is to be a manager making machine. You want to help as many people as possible get to manager. And you only need two yourself personally to get to director, one on the left and one on the right. Now, here is the easiest way to get to manager, in my opinion. And that is exactly what you created, Peter, which are our patching podcast. That is how I got to director in 5 days. It is from utilizing the patching podcast. Those first 4 people that I enrolled, I told them to get on this Zoom tonight, get on this patching podcast, listen to these people's testimonials. Somebody will share the technology and how it works, and then I'll follow back up with you afterwards. And so not only did I have my first 4 people on that first night, but I also had other people on that I had already started sending messages to. Much like you, I like to use my voice, but I like to use voice message on Messenger or on my text message. And so I was voice memoing people about this very quickly, just that I was so excited I'd come across this technology. I wanted them to hop on this Zoom so they could hear how it could help them as well too, or maybe other people they cared about. And so for me, that very quickly turned into not just 2 on my right and 2 on my left, but 3 on my right, 3 on my left, and on beyond, right? And so director is just asking these silvers or above that you're coming in to join you on a patching podcast tonight, and ask them to invite some of their friends or family that they care about, that they feel would benefit from this technology, whether they have pain issues or sleep issues or energy issues or anxiety or mental clarity issues, or whether they're dealing with something very serious in their health. It doesn't matter, A to Z, anything in between, or maybe you're like myself, healthy. just looking to make sure I stay that way, right? Prevention. And so that's how you grow quickly, is using what I call the secret sauce. And the secret sauce are the Patching podcast. The people that are growing the fastest, the people that have consistently grown the fastest in my business, are the ones that are getting on the Patching podcast and inviting others to do the same. So manager making machine, your goal would be to help all three of these people on each of your legs to go manager, right? And sometimes maybe they will, and sometimes they won't. My guess, though, Peter, is that yours all went manager right away, right? Your volume went through the roof, of course, like you said. And so director is foundational, because when you look at this, you have now officially duplicated yourself. You have helped other people do what you just did. And I think sometimes people get to manager and they're like, well, I don't know how to get to director. I'm like, well, how did you get to manager? Right? You got to be a good teacher. You got to teach people, what did you say? What did you do? Who did you call? How did you reach out? What did that look like? Because that's exactly what they're needing to know to get to manager themselves. Okay. So keep that secret sauce, the inviting of the Zooms, the Patching podcasts, right? And there's so many different things to plug into now. You know, when we first got started 2.5 years ago, Marcy and Peter had the Patching podcast Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Fantastic. I plugged into every one of them every single night. I have a database of thousands of testimonials in my head of people, right? And thank God you guys store them all on our Team Evolve Telegram channel, so I don't have to remember every single detail, and I can go back and pull those at any point in time to share with people, which I do on a daily basis. But let's talk real quickly about senior director, because this is the rank that you earn the trip to Cancun for yourself and for a guest, all expense paid. And so this, again, you've got your 3 on your left, your 3 on your right. Let's be honest, you're going to have probably 30 on your left and 30 on your right. Maybe 10 on your left, 10 on your right. You're not just going to have 3. There's more than 6 people you want to help, of course. And so you'll have more than that. But this is the basics of the structure. And that basics is having to do the exact same thing you just did. You just went director. Help your managers go director. And I want to share something with you too. So we know in our comp plan that we are a binary, like Peter said. We get paid through the depths of that binary. There's no breakaway or anything like that. But when you look at this structure, it's important that you stay balanced. The comp plan does allow you to have a director on each side, like you see on the screen, but it also allows you to promote to senior director with 2 directors in one leg, as long as you have a manager in the other leg. Because sometimes people take off. You just don't know who's going to take off, right? Which is fine, but it is not the way to maximize the comp plan. If you are looking to maximize this compensation plan, you will make sure that you have a personally enrolled director on your right and a personally enrolled director on your left. And these people are growing and expanding their businesses right along with you. Because when you look at the higher level in our comp plan, when you look at that gen match, you won't earn it if you're not doing this. It's extremely important that you stay balanced and that you're adding to your right and to your left. And I know sometimes people come in and they're like, well, I've got this shared leg and there's all this volume that's banked and all this, I can't put anything over there. And I'm like, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, and you're going to be really upset when you promote to the higher ranks in this company and you're missing that 3rd level gen match because you're not, or even maybe even the 2nd level gen match, because you're not picking up on the balance in this comp plan. So make sure you look at this. If you do not have these printed off, please go to start333biz.com. Get in the doors, the private doors, with the username is start333biz. The password is 333biz. Get in there and print these off. These are your roadmaps to success. And you know what? Maybe you don't hit this in 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I went from 0, not even knowing LifeWave existed, to 3 weeks later hitting senior director. 3 weeks. 0, knew nothing, to brand new senior director in 2 weeks. So if you are brand new today, you can do it in 2 weeks, right? Peter, I'm sure, probably did it in 2 weeks and doesn't even remember, because he was like SPD in 90 days or less. I don't even know. So this can be done. We've had people do it in less than 2 weeks. So I know you can too if you want to. It's just 2 directors. That's really all it is. And you can see it just means there's 4 managers. There's just 4 people that want to go tell their mom, their cousin, their friend, their next door neighbor, their coworker about the patches, right? I always tell people manager's easy. It's just 4 customers that want to buy as a silver wholesale customer account. A lot of times, those silvers are going to turn into golds, of course, because they're going to start sharing with others. Why? Because you've invited them to the Batching Podcast and told them to bring friends. And they're like, oh my God. And they turn around and they say, oh, I never even wanted to build a business. I didn't want to build a business. I was not interested in multi-level marketing again 2.5 years ago. Was not going to build a business. But when I looked at this comp plan, I went, are you joking right now? This product does this, and this comp plan does this. And this is what it takes structure, and this is the structure to the top of the company. I'm in 100%. And so I did. I jumped in full force. And 3 weeks later, we were sitting at this rank. So you can do this too. All right. I want you guys to know that it is definitely possible. So, Peter, anything you want to add on Cancun before I move to our next one?
I mean, just looking at these points, looking at the time frame, looking at the qualifications, everyone, this is a very, very achievable incentive trip. Okay. The company is not making it harder. They're just rewarding us for something that we're doing anyways, but just put it on a little bit of steroids in there. Just think of it as the more people you physically want to help, the more faster you're going to get into this incentive trip. That's all. So go with it. Put this on your calendar. December 24th is the last week to qualify. So you can, if you're going to go for the rank advance to become a senior director after that. Other than that, it's just based on points. So have fun with this. I think it's very clear. Now let's get to the next. Are we talking about the next incentive trip? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about
right now. So let's talk about, let me get my screen share screen here. Let's talk about the trip to Greece, the Greek Isles.
Oh man.
Yeah, right. All right. So the anniversary leadership cruise. That's what I want to talk about with you guys. Okay. So this cruise is going to be epic. Legendary. Okay. I've never been to Greece. So it was on my list in 2020 and that got canceled, obviously. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm going to Greece this year. That was my plan to celebrate my 50th birthday in Greece. And so when LifeWave announced our Greek cruise, I'm like, well, of course they are. It's the month right before my birthday. We'll just make that the birthday of the celebration. So this Greek cruise is going to be incredible. This is going to be a cruise that you will want to be on. This is for the top 3 leadership levels. So as Peter had mentioned, we currently have in Team Evolve over 100 that are ranked at ED and above. And so when you look at the qualification period, it started back on October 2nd and it goes until June 2nd. So a little farther out because the cruise is not taking place until August. Okay. And so we should have little final details coming out about that on the exact dates and whatnot, but it is in August for the Greek cruise. So this is for existing presidentials and existing senior presidential directors. If you are currently that, then you know exactly what you need to do. I want to talk a little bit though about new executive director qualification. So when you're looking at right now, I'm new in the business. Is this even a possibility for me? Well, obviously Peter blew right past executive director in his first 90 days. For me personally, it took me 2 months to get to executive director. So if you're new in the business, you don't have until June 2nd, but you have to maintain that executive director. So looking at our calendar to be safe on the safe side, I would definitely get that promotion done by the end of January. Okay. So within the next 6 to 7 weeks, in order to hit this rank and be able to maintain it for your 16-week period. It doesn't have to be consecutive, but it needs to be maintained a total of 16 weeks between October 2nd and the the end of the qualification period, which is June 2nd. So if you are already, building and growing and you're getting close, which I know volumes went through the roof with these last 2 weeks promotions, so many people are on the cusp of this rank promotion. And so by going executive director and developing at least one director outside of your strongest leg. So, obviously senior director, you got two. One of them is going to be stronger in volume. So whoever was stronger in volume back in October or back when you started, that's your strongest leg. So developing one director outside of them, that earns you the spot on the cruise. If you develop an additional director, so that means you have a total of 3 personally enrolled directors, which is so important when you look at the growth in your organization, that you have at least 3 personally enrolled legs that are growing and building. But when you develop that second director, you get to bring a guest with you on this cruise. Now, keep in mind, this is an all expense paid flight to Europe. Paid for. The entire week on the cruise, paid for, right? All the celebrations, 20-year anniversary gifts, everything paid for by LifeWave. And obviously your flight back will be paid for it as well, too. It's a round trip flight.
I hope so.
Unless you decide you're like me, I'm like, I'm not leaving. We're going to stay for a while. But LifeWave is going to cover all of this. So if you are not yet a executive director, if you are not yet at this rank, I want you to focus on getting here in the next couple months. You can do this, okay? If we can do it, you can do it. And so if you do this and promote out 2 new directors, you'll have yourself and a guest that you can bring with you. And we want as many of you as possible on that cruise with us. So that's why we really have focused on the Go Senior Director, because it is the next step to hit Executive Director. And as Peter just said, that what happens is most people blow right past that Senior Director rank and go right to Executive. And that my son just promoted about a week and a half ago to Senior Director and Executive Director in the same exact day. I did not even see the promotion. It didn't even hit Senior Director because his volume was already over 50,000 in that 4-week period. So as soon as that second director promoted out, boom, done. He went from director to Executive Director in literally lightning speed, right? And so he earned himself not only Cancun at 19 years old. It literally happened the day after his 19th birthday. He earned himself the Cancun trip, and he earned himself the cruise to Greece. And of course, he's going to get another director who's getting ready to promote out. So then that way he'll be able to take one of his buddies with him on the trip to Cancun. Well, Cancun, he gets to take a buddy, but on the cruise. So no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what age you are, no matter how long you've been in LifeWave, you have the ability to earn these incentive trips. And why does the company do this? Well, because they want you to focus on the behavior that grows a business. And when you promote, you are focusing on that behavior, that reach out method, right? That's what the first 3 is. Reaching out to 3 new people. I sat down with one of the senior presidential directors, Superman, Gary Homburg, on my team. He came over the other day and we went through a lot of techie computer stuff. And he said, okay, I have got to get in my Facebook. I've got 5,000 friends, and he is a senior presidential director. His organization is huge. He's my #1 income earner in my entire team, my #1 enroller in my entire team at 72 years old. And he has been consistently the whole 2.5 years. Okay. But he goes, I need to reach out to these people on my Facebook. I haven't even had time to message my people personally. His business has grown from being in alignment and talking to people anywhere and everywhere he's at, right? And he's gotten a lot of incredible people. But he said, I've got so many on Facebook I've never even talked to. What do you think I should do? And I said, well, I think you should record a voice memo. He actually just sent it to me this morning. He goes, tell me what you think of this. So it was 18 seconds long, a voice memo, because when you record a voice memo on Messenger, you can forward that to every single person individually in your friends list. And no one sees that it's forwarded. It doesn't look forwarded. And so he said, here's my message. Tell me what you think. I'm like, sounds good to me. Let's get started, right? And so he is going to start at the top of his alphabet of his friends list, and he's going to send a private forwarded, they don't know it's forwarded, but a private voice memo to every person. And again, he's probably going to do 10 a day, 20 a day, maybe. You know, you only need to do 3 a day, but I mean, it takes like 30 seconds to forward to 10 people. Okay, to 20 people, it doesn't take that long, right? So time wise, you're not working that much to send out 10 or 20 messages a day. But he has 5,000 friends. And he said, well, I said, well, I'll tell you what happened with my son when he decided to work the business last year. I was SPD, obviously, and I hadn't went through my entire friends list yet either. And so Trey said, I'll sit down and do the messaging. He sent 100 messages a day. It took him 3 months to get through 5,000 people. Yeah. You're welcome, Gary. No, it's team effort, buddy. You did it. You created it all for sure. But definitely a team effort working together. But he said it took him 3 months to get through all of them and have those conversations and follow up and respond back, right? So even if it takes you 6 months to get through your Facebook friends list, like 6 months is going by no matter what. Just send 3 new messages a day. You don't have to post on Facebook. You don't have to do stories or reels or anything like that. You just want to reach out to people that you've obviously become friends with somehow on social media. And if you're not on social media at all, that's fine. Maybe you're on Telegram, right? Maybe you're on Telegram. Send messages to people that you're in Telegram groups with. If you're in that group, you obviously have common interest, right? Send those messages to them. And so it is definitely, yeah, it's definitely not personalized. So you can just say, hey, hope all's well with you, right? Just keep it simple. You guys, here's the thing. You have to be authentic to who you are. Like if I'm going to reach out to a person, I'm like, hey girl, what's up? How's things going? Hope things are going great with you. Peter's not going to say that, right? He may something totally different. Hey, buddy, you know, Brent's like, hey, dude, you know, we all respond and speak to people differently. So whatever's authentic to you, just don't overthink it. That is like paralysis analysis, right? Analysis paralysis. You're better to be ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. So just speak, right? You can never say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person. If you're in alignment with source, with your God, your creator, if you are in alignment, that divine alignment, whatever those words come out of your mouth, the people are going to hear them that need to hear them, that are ready to be a part of what you're doing or ready to purchase whatever you're using. That's the way you want to live your life, right? In alignment. So keep it simple, keep it you, keep it real, keep it short. Keep it short, right? 30 seconds or less in that first little reach out message. Every time you send a voice memo, though, people will listen because they're like, wait, what? Why is she sending me a voice memo? I've never had a voice memo from her before. I get them from people and I'm like, oh, wonder what they're saying. And then you see that they've seen it. Maybe they respond back. Maybe they don't. I love it, Gary. Thank you. He's putting his hello, how are you? This is Gary Homburg. I hope you're doing well. I've been working on our health and wellness lately. And I came across something in health and wellness that for us has been amazing. And I thought you might find it interesting. Would you be willing to take a look at it and let me know your thoughts? Thank you very much. Fantastic. That's his 18-second message right there that he recorded. So if you need to write yours down and read it from a piece of paper, no one knows you're doing that, then do that and start sending that message out to people, right? And you can copy and paste Gary's right here. Just take out Gary's name and you can put in your name if you want to, or you don't have to, right? They may know exactly who you are. So that's just keep it simple and keep it fun. But the key is that 333, reach out to 3, follow up with 3, invite 3 to the Zoom. Don't forget that secret sauce of inviting to the Zooms, because that's how we've grown our businesses very quickly in the beginning. And it's also how we have maintained the growth, the steady growth in our volume over the years has come from that consistency in our activity. No matter what's going on in our life, no matter what, you can send 3 messages a day. You can reach out to 3 people a day. You can wear this patch and go out in public and 3 people will talk to you. And so there's your 3 contacts every single day. And if you look at that, 3 times 30, 3 times 3 is 9. That's 90 people in a month that you have reached out to. The law of averages say 1 out of 10 is going to say yes. that should be about 10 people in your business if you're not very good at it, right? You just started, you don't really know what you're saying or doing, but you should have at least 10 that month that say, yes, I need that product. I want this. And then that gives you another, 80, 90 to follow back up with over the coming weeks, invite them to Zooms, that kind of stuff. And you're doing it on a consistent basis. You're consistently growing your organization. And that consistency is key. But remember, authentic to you, who you are. You're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to know everything before you do anything. This is like getting your college education, but you're getting paid during it. Did you see those balloons that just went up?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Where did that
I
come
saw
from?
that one myself. Okay.
Who did that? Is that a new feature on Zoom?
I think it was trying to say, just in the simple terms, everyone, we're energy, right? And as you get healthier, you're building up a ball of energy. All you're doing is just going out to the world and giving away your energy. Whoever wants your light is going to talk to you. Whoever doesn't want your light is not going to talk to you. It's just energy, like a magnet. You either attract each other or you repel each other. I think it's just the simplest thing, Dr. Stacy, to go out and give energy to the people that want your energy. If they don't want your energy, have a nice day. And if you can stick in that lane, finding 4 people that want your energy could be pretty easy, right, Dr. Stacy? I mean, it's really just providing value and sharing more energy, which is the light patch. I call this, I don't know, I like call it energy patch, but we do have an energy patch already. So
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it's really important that, in this world, there's a lot going on. And
yeah.
kindness goes a long, 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 long way. And so if you just leave your house with a smile, and just go out and go, who can I bless today? Whose
Mm-hmm.
life can I bless today? Who can I help today? Maybe it's with the patches. Maybe it's just by giving somebody a smile, right? Maybe it's just by carrying groceries or opening a door or, just saying hi to a random stranger. Britt and I went to grab a quick little bowl for lunch yesterday at So Fresh, and the lady was waiting on her husband to, take the trash back inside. We were sitting outside on the little sidewalk, and the lady stood up and I just looked at her. I said, "Hi, how are you?" And she's like, "Great. How are you? I heard you talking about Michigan." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm heading up there next month." And she's like, "We're from Michigan." I said, "Oh, really? What part?" I hold up my hand because the hand is how you tell Michigan. I said, "I think I'm going to this part over here, if I remember correctly. I'm going to Grand Rapids." And she's like, "Oh, okay, we're from," and she rattled off her place and showed me where it was on the hand. And I was like, "Oh," she's like, "Yeah, we're down here for the winter, just 6 months down here, and we're 6 months in Michigan." I was like, "That's awesome. We used to do that too before we moved down 10 years ago." And she's like, "Wow, it's just so beautiful here, because it's gorgeous. It's 80 degrees, whatever, and it's December." And just that little small talk. Nothing. Didn't try to sell her. Didn't do any patch talking. Just said, "Hi, how are you?" Just a little conversation. And her husband walks out. And she goes, "Well, have a great day. Great chatting with you." Who knows, right? That's all you got to do. You just put that out. You just put that friendly, happy energy out with people, and you don't know where it's going to come back. But guess what? You want to hear the law of reciprocity? I get a girl Facebook message me yesterday, and she goes, "Hey, I need your link. I've been interested in ordering," and we've never had a conversation. Of course, she got my message. She never responded back. Last year, got my second message, never responded. She says, "Well, I'm interested now. I'm ready to order, and I need your link. And this is what I'm kind of thinking about ordering. What do you think?" And she screenshots me, right? Her, her
Wow.
issues. Yeah. And so then I said, "Well, here's my link. Here's how you click to get the wholesale pricing. Click join." And she goes, "Okay." So she sends me, what she's thinking she's got in her cart. And I said, "That sounds fantastic. Are you needing to lose weight?" And she goes, "Yeah, actually, I want to lose some weight," because her other issues had nothing to do with weight. And I said, "Oh, well, then everything that's in your cart's perfect." She checked out with a gold pack. That's a law of reciprocity, right? You just have a conversation with someone with zero intentions, just being nice and friendly and happy, and then boom, you got a clear conscience. You're connected to source, right? You've got that divine God energy. Law of reciprocity says, let's go ahead and put that right back. That happens. Sometimes it happens that fast. And it's like, that's so cool to witness, to see that. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but That's what I'm talking about. When you just put it out and just be happy and friendly and share with people wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that's going to come back.
I want to piggyback on that too, really quick, because the consistency shows people stability. Even if you're not having, like, I'm not saying breakthrough success here, even if you're in the gym, even if you're just constantly learning through your health journey, through your skill journey here, by just being here, and this is what's happening to me, Dr. Stacey, like as I'm going out, people are still about, man, Peter, I'm watching your Facebook, I'm seeing your reels, you're just traveling, you're killing it. I'm like, yeah. And then I go to my other friend, man, Peter, you're still here? Oh my God, so proud of you. You don't know who's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a manager, fine, but you're in a direction. You have a direction in life. There are a lot of people that are watching everything you do that are in maybe in a maybe they're just rooting for you. Maybe they just want to see something else in you that they don't have in their life yet at the moment. But just you being here, and you whether know it or not, somebody is rooting and watching and maybe joining you in the future because you're still here 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years later. Heck, it could be that wrinkle that went away a year ago later, or that mold in your forehead that went away that your friend found. Hey, what happened to your mold or something, right? Hey, what do you know about stem cells? So just know, as we are, that's why I love this community, Dr. Stacey, because we just keep it consistent. The podcast is the podcast, but even the podcast, when someone joins us 2 years ago and then they quit, right? And all of a sudden, Dr. Stacey, they come back again and they're like, are you guys still doing the podcast? Yeah, it's still going. And that alone brought them back to join us again because they see the support and the consistency and the stability. So in today's times, everyone, I know we kind of go into in deep training. We can only train the numbers so much. The numbers are always just the numbers. But what you see here, just by you plugging in constantly, you are training. We're constantly duplicating each other, even by just talking like this. We're duplicating different information that goes into you. So whatever you do, at the end of the day, you cannot replace energy and the time. Energy and time that you put in here will come back to you in many folds. Does that make sense, everyone? I just hope you to understand, okay? Just because you're not an SPD, PD, ED doesn't matter. The ranks does not matter. The ranks just tells us how many people you are helping in your phase in your life at this moment. And as you grow and help others, no matter what, your life will change. Your life will be elevated. When their lives get better, your life will get better. Does that make sense? And the more people's life you help to get better, oh my gosh, it's like a volcano erupting in your life. And I always preach the three things. It's HTF, health, time, and freedom. The moment you get all those three, and the health could be like, you got a patch, you got healthy already. You have more time because you have more energy. And now because you have more energy and more time, you're going to get out and provide for your family with more financials because you're talking to more people. Does that make sense? It's just 1, 2, 3 ABC. So we've covered a lot. We only have 5 more minutes left, Dr. Stacey, but I'm just going to close this out and then I'll pass it to you. Again, everyone, we're finishing up the year. What an incredible 2023. I'm going to go look back at all the videos, Dr. Stacey. I'll make a little special video reel or some kind of a thing by the end of the year. But I can go back to all our beginning regionals, all our events, all our incentive trips, everything. I look at the pictures from Italy and Paris, and that was only 4 months ago. Just all these things happening, everyone. And the one thing I appreciate again is just this community that is just constantly there. And this is what we call a full build out, where the people that start at the gym can actually relax and enjoy the gym more. And the system is constantly growing. Does that make sense, everyone? We are each other's business. We are building each other's systems in people. The more people that you can leverage, the faster you can walk away one day. Does that make sense, everyone? So I hope you get this. This year's it's done, but next year we will definitely, this team is going to go into the next phase of the next level. So we want to make sure by next year, Dr. Stacy, everyone here graduates. Does everybody want to graduate? Okay, we want to graduate, okay? Graduate at your rate, at your level, and whatever it is, even if it's not next year, let it be the year after, the year after. No matter what, do not give up. That's all we're going to say. So, Dr. Stacy, I'm pass it back on to you.
All right. Well, here's what I want you guys to take away from today, from 2023. Obviously, this is your business. This is your choice. This is your life to do whatever you want with it, however you want LifeWave to fit in it. But I want you to take away this. If you love what you're doing, you'll never feel like you're working. And I have been blessed and grateful to be in this space my entire life. When I was teaching school, I loved teaching school. I never felt like I was working. And when I was presented with the opportunity to build in a business, my own business, and teach still, but teach people in health and wellness in multi-level marketing over 20 years ago, I've never felt like I've worked a day in my life. I get to help people, be around people, love on people, meet new people, travel to new places, experience new things. And I don't ever feel like I'm working. Some people are like, God, how many hours a day do you work? And I'm like, none. If this is work, sign me up. For me personally, I love this. They're like, gosh, how many Zooms do you do a day? As many as I want because I like it, right? I just do. And if you focus on what you like to do with inside of LifeWave in your life, in your day-to-day in and out, then you'll never feel like you're working either. It doesn't feel like a job or a chore or, God, I've got to send 3 more messages. If you don't want to send 3 messages, then don't. Go do 3 vendor events, go set up pop-ups at 3 gyms or salons or however you want to do it, right? But if you love it, if you're excited about it, if you wake up in the morning ready to connect with people or do whatever it is you're doing inside of your business, then it's going to happen effortlessly. Things will flow to you much, much, much faster if you're really enjoying it. So find your joy, over the next couple weeks during the holidays. Sometimes holidays are hard. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're amazing. So whatever it is, try to find your joy within inside of LifeWave and find your joy in life every day. Because when you live in that true authenticity of yourself and enjoy on purpose, you'll find that passion, that excitement, just like Peter said, we're giving that energy out to people, right? That's going to come back to you tenfold. That law of reciprocity is real. And so I hope that you take this information today and share with people and share with others that are interested in joining us on this journey. 2024 is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. If you thought 2023 was amazing, you just wait till 2024. So thank you all for being here today. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you, Peter, my wonderful co-host. Have a wonderful Saturday.
You too, Dr. Stacy. Love you all. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Go do some shopping. Go spend some money. Bye.